person has really asked the question, I think, that we're going to be addressing the entire hour tonight. Haunani Trask is with us. She has some very strong viewpoints about what should be done with the cave. Haunani, I would like to ask you if you could address this person's question about, doesn't archaeology contribute to the understanding of the Hawaiian culture, and wouldn't it be of benefit to open it up, study it, and continue our knowledge of these people?
I think something has to be said right off the bat. The issue here is a moral, ethical issue. And the fact is that these three men are foreigners in our land. They have come here to exploit us. And I challenge Mr. Kepler's description of this as non-profit, as good motives. The question is not science versus culture, because these men are fraudulent. They have no qualifications whatsoever. I happen to know that for a fact. Society of Hawaiian Archaeology has repudiated Mr. Olson, who was not brave enough to appear here tonight to meet his challengers. He has been repudiated by the Bishop Museum. He has been repudiated by the Department of Anthropology. He is not a qualified archaeologist. So the credentials of these people are fraudulent. Mr. Cunningham is not a researcher in Hawaiian mythology either. The question has not been posed, I think, correctly, and that is, what is the moral issue here? And the moral issue is that this is a Hawaiian burial site. This is a Hawaiian shrine, and it is Hawaiians who should determine what happens here, who controls the access, what kinds of religious rituals take place. The press should never have been invited here. If in fact the Institute, Mr. Kepler, was concerned about protection, they never would have announced it. If in fact they were concerned about Hawaiian feelings, they would not have broken the law. And I have the laws listed right here in front of me. That's why Sunny filed complaints with the Hilo Police Department. They are guilty of desecration. They are guilty of disturbing the bones. Nathan Napoka of the State Historic Sites Division saw photographs which were not made available to the public in Hilo, showing these men, fraudulent, unqualified people, holding skulls of Hawaiians. Now, the problem with this is, if this had been done to a Christian graveyard, if this had been done to a Shinto graveyard, to a Buddhist graveyard, people would be outraged. People would be outraged, just like Hawaiians in Puna and elsewhere around the state are now justifiably outraged. The fact is, this place belongs to Hawaiians, and we have the only right to go in there and do things there, particularly the descendants of the people who are buried there. You do not go into a grave and walk around and take the press in there and hold skulls in your hand and take photographs and keep it secret for 9 months and act as if this is some great discovery they just made. This is the same story Hawaiians have faced since Captain Cook got here. It's the same exploitation, and these people, we hope, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for criminal violations. Never mind moral violations, ethical violations. But to me, that is the main issue. Archaeology is secondary in this case. We don't even have professionally trained people, archaeologists, trained ethnographers to go in there and say what this cave means. These three fraudulent people are telling us in Hawaii, this is what the cave means. And I say, who are you? Who the hell are you